I would like to share with you the most important lesson I learned throughout my career. Let's talk about it. Hi, everybody, and welcome to S.M.E Talks. I would like to talk to you about the most important thing that I've learned throughout my years working in the corporate world, in the tech world, having worked in the technology sector, in the advertising sector, in marketing, and in higher education. One thing that differs people, and it's the factor that determines how successful they are and hitting goals, hitting targets, but also progressing in their career, and that is not working longer hours, not working harder, not getting accolades and certificates and degrees, not being the most skilled person in what you do. All this stuff is important, but it's none of that, in my opinion. It's having a personality and being sociable. Yes, you heard it right. This unseen, unmeasured, uncalculated skill makes the whole difference. And you find the most successful companies that work with customer to customer or business to business or whatever have you. They have effective client-facing department, whether it's being sales, whether it's being account management, whether it's being a commercial, who establish human connections in a smart and natural way. I've won pitches against companies triple the size of ours, and without going into details, right? So I'm not talking specifics, but you have a project get won because of the personalities of the people involved in the project. Because simply, you as a client, I like to work with you. I can work with you. I feel confident talking to you. If I give you an example from the advertisement world, back 20, 30 years ago. So the way the advertising world works, especially before the digital era, where the creatives were radio, television, and billboards, and then also written as in magazines and in newspapers. But mainly, you have television first, and then radio. These are the that's where the most effective campaigns can take place. But again, there are differences, but that's not the topic. The topic is, about 30 years ago, what you have a creative team. So you have an advertising agency, and you have a creative team. The creative team could be a script writer and a director. So someone comes up with the idea, writes it down, the other person produces and delivers and implements that idea. Pretty much. You have a client. I'm a chocolate company. I'm starting a new bar. My target client is people aging between 15 and 18. It's targeted to that range. We are selling in the UK. So and so and so and so and so. That's how much we're selling it for. This is the kind of buyer we expect, etc. We're selling it with these big, we're selling it through Sainsbury's or whatever, Costco, Home Depot, I think also the US, I don't know. But yeah. So what tends to happen, the creative team, they feel strongly about their ideas and about what they come up with because it's their baby. They sit down, they start one script, second script, third script. This works, this doesn't work. And when they end up meeting with the client, it's very sensitive, when you work on the creative side and someone rejects your vision, you end up taking it personal, right? You might have the most fantastic idea, but you take it personal, right? When someone rejects it. And what ends up happening, you have a conflict between the client, the paying client, and the creative team over the issue. So what creative agencies started to do, that direct dialogue and conversation, they put someone in the middle and they come up with an account manager who manages the people. That's what it does. It's called account manager, but it's really people management. And what that does, they that got its own downside as well, where things get lost in the middle, things get lost in translation. But essentially what they are needed for is to manage the people from the client side. This is what our creatives done. That's their vision. That's what they're looking to do. They try to convince the client about the idea. If a client comes and says your idea is shit, right? The account manager is not going to the creative team and tell them this in their face. They'll tell them, oh, they love the work. But they thought if we can improve this. So the way things communicated are different. Having that personable thing in the middle, you don't lose the clients, you retain them, and you end up having a completed project, and you bring income to your company. Same thing on a personal level. If you are pleasant, people like talking to you, feel comfortable, they know that you will accommodate them or at least advise them. Guess what? Who are you going to when there is something that's coming up? They'll come to you. That means you're doing work, you're getting projects, and you get an involvement and visibility within the business. Why? You might be working with a team of 10 people. You may not be even the most talented in what you do or the most skilled in what you do. But if people feel comfortable coming to you, it's about people, and that's what I always say. Regardless of where you work, you could have a clinic of a doctor, and this doctor is snobby. The patients come in, he over talks to them, he scares the hell out of them, and they wouldn't go back to him. But if you have a doctor who will communicate the issue and try to manage their emotions, give them emotional support, both of them are good doctors and they know exactly what the issue is. Guess which one is getting more patients? The one with better communication and personable skills. So what I would advise for young people, get involved with the people in your business, have conversations, laugh, and the good ones, the ones who are really good, they know that invisible line between being personable and being dry. There is always a limit to what you do. So you need to be well balanced. Remember, we are being personable in a professional work environment. We're not being personable just for the sake of being personable. That's also important. I like to share with you snippets like this from ideas and thoughts I get that I think would help people. Definitely these things would have helped me when I was 20, when I was 18, when I was 19, starting up in my career. But, I hope you find the things I say useful and helpful. Looking forward to seeing the next video. Thanks for watching. Take care for now.